finding your seats, mention just a couple of things. Somewhere close to the aisle of your road, there should be a black registration pad. If you're sitting near that, if you don't mind, please pick that up. Jot your name down on the inside. Pass it along the road. There are prayer request cards in there too. If you have an area of your life that needs prayer, please pull one of those out, and you can drop those in the baskets when we celebrate with our tithes and offerings in a little while. Sean, last week you asked me to mention about Footloose. So as part of our booster club, which everybody is part of the booster club here at the church at Cahaba, where we go and we go out and support the kids and the youth and even some adults when we are participating in some way in the community. Eli Tilton is going to be in a production of Footloose, and I think, was it the 14th, Sean? Was that the right thing?
Starts Thursday evening.
Yep.
Thursday through Saturday, and Sunday afternoon.
Thank you. I was looking forward to. Anyway, Eli Tilton, while Sean's looking for that, Eli Tilton is going to be in a production of Footloose at the high school. And Chris is too? Oh, fantastic. Excellent. So Chris Wilson, who's partner here, plays drums for us on Wednesday nights, will be part of that too. Thank you. I didn't know that. Awesome. So we can get out and support those guys. And I think it's going to be the 14th when the church as a whole will be trying to go out there. Wear your t-shirts if you got them, but if not, you can find that on online when they're doing that production.
6:30.
6:30 showtime, and I think tickets were
Saturday, 6:30.
$10.
Yes. Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Perfect. All right. Are there any other announcements? Did I miss anything else? Awesome. As you are able, please stand with us for our call to worship this morning, which is based on Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. Your part will be in bold on the screen, and we will continue to worship in word and in song this morning. We are met in the presence of God.
We do not be alone.
With the angels in the highest heaven.
We gather to worship the Lord.
With Abraham and Sarah.
We gather to worship the Lord.
With the saints of every age.
We gather to worship the Lord.
We embark on our own journey of faith.
God's holy name be praised.
God makes us a great people.
God's holy name be praised.
In the desert and in the den, in Barrio and Basilica.
God's holy name be praised.
We journey in the presence of God.
We do not journey alone.
Stormy banks I stand and cast it
see you all this morning. Actually, came in last night after running up to campus in the Tonga to visit with some friends. And of course, we had the time change this morning. I think most everybody is here. The time change, it loses us one way or another sometimes. It's all, I don't know which is more embarrassing, coming in an hour early at the time change or coming in an hour after everybody's leaving in time change. But we're so glad to see you this morning. I know lots of things are in the news right now that have us concerned as a nation. The coronavirus issues and those kind of things can kind of have you up in the air and not quite sure what's going on. A lot of things that can have us anxious. And we come into this place and we're reminded that we lift up our eyes to the hills, all those things out there that are big, imposing, even our strengths. But then we're reminded that our help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. There's some amazing scriptures that carry me. When things get bigger than I do, then there's scriptures that I'll go to, be still, and know that I'm God. We're more than conquerors through Him who loved us. There's so many passages in there that give me comfort and encouragement and hope. When things just look like they're kind of wanky, they're out of sorts, they're sideways, and God brings things back to level setting. So when we come in here, that ought to be a reminder to you that God's got this. God's got this, and God's got you and your family and our community. So we can celebrate that this morning. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not be all else to be saved that thou art. In other words, that's all I need. That's all I need. Would remind you as we're here this morning that whatever you got, God can handle this morning. And so if we have a few moments of quiet before I pray, then maybe you bring that to the top of your list and say, God, this is something that's been kind of getting me this week. This is something that I particularly want to turn over to you this morning. So I can give you just a few moments. And maybe you bring your top of the list to God first. And then I'll share a prayer for us as a church body. So if you would bow your heads and have a holy time, just you and God. Lord, thank you for hearing, for understanding all the intricate details that brought us to the point that we would be bringing that to the table this morning, for your care and your power and your wisdom and your love, your grace. Lord, this morning we're here as people of faith. If we were not here, then we would miss that most obvious of opportunities to witness to your presence and your love and to the faith in our life. When we show up, it's an affirmation of faith. And so I thank you for each one who's here. Lord, I pray for those out in our community that either can't articulate it yet, maybe they've been church hurt at some point or another. Maybe, Lord, they just don't think about it. Sundays, it's just another day. It's a day I can sleep in. It's a day I can work on one more project before I have to go back to work on Monday. Yet hear these, Lord, that you're faithful to walk into this place, believing that you are here for us, that you care for us. We do pray, Lord, for our nation, for the various items that wind up having us anxious as a nation, as a world, a global situation right now. There's so many things. If it were not a virus, Lord, there are other things. There are food issues. There are environmental issues. Lord, there are issues of power between nations. There's so many things, Lord, that are there. And I'm reminded, Lord, that you so loved the world that you gave your only Son. We sometimes are so much about thinking it's just about us people, but you love the whole thing. You created it. You saw it. You said, this is good. This is good. You love it. The birds and the air and the trees and the fish. Oh, you love it. Your rivers, your mountains. You think, oh, that's good. And you want us to help you take care of it. It's like one big garden, and you've put us here to help tend the garden. We pray, Lord, that as we're here this morning, we'd be brought back to center. That we'd be brought back to who we are. We're your children. We're created in your image. We're created to glorify you and to lead a world to a life of faith in a God that loves them so much. We trust, Lord, that as we pray this prayer that you taught your disciples, that we'd be reminded that we're your disciples. It's our prayer too. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Invite our ushers to come if they would and help us pass the baskets. And here they come, and we so appreciate it. Again, it's just baskets until you participate in it and it becomes holy ground as you say, God, I believe and I want to participate in your kingdom work. And so we invite you to do so. it's in the holy pockets, holy places. This morning, the title of my comments this morning is A Template of Faith. It is the season of Lent. Actually, we left the table here in front just as a reminder. The season of Lent is grays and browns. It's coarse things, burlaps. It's dealing with the hard stuff of our story. And with the hope that we recognize, hey, I'm mortal and hey, I'm on a clock, and so I need to be about getting my life in the best possible order. You realize is that you're the ultimate custodian of your days. God is there, parents are there, friends are there, church is here, but ultimately you're the custodian of your days. And so if you don't pull the trigger and go for it, get proactive about your life, well, ultimately nobody else can do that for you. And it doesn't matter if you're 8 years old or if you're 80 years old, is you're still the custodian of your days. And so it's such an important piece. I shared a little quote with you last week that Lent is a time to ask the question, how am I doing really? And that is compared to what I could and I should be doing. No, it's not compared. I'm looking at Sam Curtis, and I'm not being compared to how Sam's doing. I've got a key template, and that's the thing that I have to work with. And each of us have our own version of a report card. How am I doing really compared to what I should and could be doing? The lectionary passage this morning, as I mentioned, the template of faith. A template is something that will fit an endless assortment of specific situations. And so Abram is the model that we go all the way back to. Paul refers to Abram. Jesus refers to Abram. He's kind of, he started this ball rolling in a positive direction. But the passage is from Genesis chapter 12, and the first 4 verses. And so I'll read this for you. The Lord had said to Abram, go from your country, your people, your father's household, to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all the peoples on earth will be blessed through you. So Abram went, as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. Again, just a simple template, and they say in basic communication, hey, what you tell people what you're going to say, and then you say it, and you tell people what you said. And so I can kind of use that as a little model this morning. But the first thing is that we're going to let go of the old, we're going to embrace the new, and then be a blessing. And not just be a blessing, but be a blessing to all. To all. First part is to let go of the old. And when you, the movie The Jerk, I don't know why I always identified so closely with that. It just resonated with me. It just resonated. I just had the gift of saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. And Steve Martin, as he played this character, he kind of took every one of the items to the extreme. It couldn't have gotten any more ridiculous. And he wound up stumbling into an idea that made him millions and millions of dollars. Well, when he was still just a simple bumpkin, he is falling in love with the Bernadette Peters character. And it was just wonderful, just simple. They just loved each other. It was a wonderful story. But the more stuff he got, then the more it clouded his relationships. And you just didn't know who he was. He still was a jerk, even though he had money. And I don't know which is worse, a poor jerk or a rich jerk. You know, either one is kind of hard to deal with. But he was kind of minding this. But there's a point in the movie where he's just about... he's so powerful, he's going to check out on her, going to check out on everything. And I'm just going to show you this little, it's a silly clip. It's kind of a loud, argumentative clip. But it makes the point. And so if you just watch with me for a moment.
Well, I'm going to go there. And I don't need any of this. I don't need this stuff. And I don't need you. I don't need anything. Except this. The man said, that's the only thing I need is this. I don't need this and this. This ashtray. This towel. The ashtray and the towel, that's all I need. the ice cream, and these matches, and the remote control, and the paddle ball. Declare. The ice cream, the control game, and the remote control, and the lamp, and that's all I need. And that's all I need too. I don't need one other thing. No, I can get it. The bottle game and the chair, and the remote control, and the mattress, for sure. Well, what are you looking at? What do you think I have some kind of a jerk or something? And this, that's all I need.
You probably have heard this definition of foolishness. Definition of foolishness is continuing to do the same thing the same way and expecting different results. And a lot of us, we've tried doing the same thing the same way and somehow expecting one day, oh, it's going to magically happen. But the beginnings of this little template is to let go of the old. Is part. There are things that we don't need. You know, we may think we need the ashtray and the remote control and the paddle ball game, and it almost gets that ridiculous, doesn't it? Oh, I got to have a bigger house. Oh, I've got to have a newer car. You know, I've got to be the #1 salesperson in my company. All these things that, when it comes down to it, we really kind of wind up looking a little silly, like the Steve Martin character there. What do you think I am? A jerk, and his pants are down to the floor. You know, but yeah, we can sometimes have those things. The Lord had said to Abram, go from your country, your people, your father's household to a land I'll show you. Now, those were pretty good things. I mean, this is your inheritance. It's everything you've known. It's where you got your skill set. And yet somehow God calls him to something that maybe is a little bit different along the way. As Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon called Peter, his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake where they were fishermen. What did Jesus say to them? Come, follow me, and I will send you out to fish for people. This is not unique to Abram. It's the same piece where God asked you have to let something go. You're rich young ruler. Jesus said, if you want to follow me, you want to inherit the kingdom. Well, he said, well, just sell all you have, give it to the poor, and then come follow me. It's this thing where it's asking you to let go of something. And it has to do with just that ridiculous image of Steve Martin holding on to all these things because he couldn't embrace something new until he got rid of the old. But the scriptures, Jesus said, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself. What's myself? It's all the stuff I know. It's kind of put that to the side. At least, God may tell me to pick it back up. That's what he did to Moses. Moses had the magic rod that he used, and as a shepherd, God said, throw it down. And he threw it down, turned into a snake. And then God said, pick it back up. Picked it back up, and that rod that was just Moses' stuff, well, now it became the rod of God. And he parted waters with it and led the children of Israel, 500,000 people through the wilderness and struck it, and water came out of the rock. It became a different thing. And so it may be that God asked you to put that down only to pick it back up, but with a new sanctified purpose about those very skills that are part of your story. If anyone's in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. The old has passed away. Again, this is just a template. It starts with letting go of the old. This is a good segue verse, as a matter of fact, to the second part. First you let go of the old to embrace, to truly embrace the new. To give it a real shot. You know, so oftentimes I'm trying to live in two worlds. God, I'll give you this, but I'm going to hold on to this. And I juggle those things, and I never really know if God is going to be faithful because I never step all the way across the line and say, okay, God, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what you're asking me to do. That verse continues. If anyone's in Christ is a new creation, the old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. There's a place over in Isaiah where says, do you not realize that I'm doing a new thing? Consider not the former things, or consider the days of old. Behold, I'm doing a whole new thing here. It's the nature of faith, God. Yeah, guys, where you are, and it's a little bit like the Transformers, where, oh, well, I was just a little Matchbox car, but then you turn into this. It's the nature of faith to transform what we could do in our little hands, the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, the little boy, and all of a sudden he's feeding 5,000. It's the nature of God to take those ordinary things of ours and do extraordinary things through them. Behold, the new has come. So Abram went. This is him. God's asking to go. And what does Abram do? Abram went, as the Lord had told him. In psalm writing, there's a line that we use, and one is when you're starting out, you're working on the lines and all, is don't judge the line right out of the gates. Sometimes you can be working a line and, that's not quite there. They say, go ahead and write first. Don't judge it right out of the gates. See what unfolds. See what emerges out of the paper. I had an artist friend down in Alexander City, and she was talking to me about her paintings. Sarah Towery Carlisle, or Carlisle Towery, and she was talking to me about how she painted. She's a regional artist, and she said, what we do is you just start painting and see what comes out of the canvas. That's a great picture of what we're talking about here. To embrace the you, don't judge it right out of the gate. So, well, we can't do that, God. We ain't got enough money. We don't have the right people in place for it. God knows people. God has money. It's amazing what God can do. We don't even realize it until we start stepping out into that. Don't judge. Another thing in the songwriting is you have to be willing to kill your babies. Now, that sounds brutal, but that's what your song feels like. You wrote this little thing, this is the best song in the world. And then you walk into a group of another songwriter and they say, well, golly, that ear is lower than the other ones. That's a funny looking baby you got there. You got to be willing to say, in the name of letting the song really become what it can be, you got to trust that. And say, God, whatever it is, if you need to take it all, take it all. It's yours. And you release that, but you open yourself, you embrace the new. The hardest part in the songwriting part that they bring up again and again is replacing a great line. Sometimes need to say, that's just great. This is a good line. This is sparkling. And come to find out that line is almost a distraction to the song because it's so much stronger maybe than some other parts of the song. And you almost have to back off the accelerator a little bit. But the hardest part, replacing a great line with the right line. With the right line. Folks, that's a big deal. Because every one of you have a good thing going. And most of you, I know some bits of your storyline, and hey, this is going pretty good. It'd be real easy to live the rest of my life in good when there might be a better. There might be a best. That's the faith choice we made. It was Abram's choice. Are you willing to swap the good, or even the great life, for the right life? I could have been a physician probably. Had I gone down that road, I could do the homework in it, but there was something else God had in store for me. You could be a lot of different things probably, but is there this one thing that maximizes you? You've got something that you were uniquely gifted for. Your life has been preparing, your story has been shaping you for this. And it's what if you never do that? Like, wow, it would just be tragic. Many, if not most people, die long before their bodies quit of mediocrity. Just getting by, of settling. I thought about settling, really funny in that word, settled in. It's like you settle in. And all of a sudden, that's where you begin to kind of die. There's a new thing. God's, remember, I'm doing a new thing. Any person's in Christ, then they're a new creation. And it's again and again. I'm born again and again and again and again. It's an amazing thing. The thief comes only to steal and destroy. This is Jesus saying, I came that they might have life and have it abundantly. Abundantly, that's not just in numbers, quantitative. It's a qualitative thing. It's the relationships. It's just the work I'm doing is I love doing the work. It's God's about our life being something joyful. This is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. If I'm just kind of trudging through, there's
a good chance I need to revisit what I'm doing. God, is there something? And maybe He just needs to transform what we're doing. We may be doing the same thing, but we wind up doing it with a whole new set of eyes. I've shared with you the story about the little boy from watching his grandfather. He got over to Grandpa's and spent the night, and here's Grandpa now brushing his teeth, and maybe taking him out and brushing them, I don't know. But he's brushing his teeth, and then he starts washing his glasses. The little boy says, "Grandpa, what you doing there?" And he said, "Well, I'm washing my glasses." "Well, Grandpa, why are you washing your glasses?" He said, "Son, never start today looking through yesterday's dirt." We do it, folks. We do it, but God wants us to be free indeed. That's the nature of Christ. Are you willing, folks, to leave the good for the better? And are you willing to leave the better for the best? That's the Abraham. That's what we're talking about here. To embrace the new. Abraham went as the Lord told him. And it was a big deal, folks. It was reckoned to him as righteousness. Right at the end of the sermon, I think this little verse of Scripture that kind of pulls all that together, is he did. But what did he do? God said do this, and he did it. He did it, and it was reckoned to him as righteousness. Now, personally, I think there's the macro of our lives where I say yes to God, but I think there's a micro, too, is every day, is I'm choosing. That God says do this, okay, I do it. God says do this, well, I don't think so. God says do this, okay, I'll do that, Lord. God says do that, I don't know about that, Lord. And I think there are 1,000 decisions in the daytime where we're walking in or out of fellowship again and again. At once, James and John left their nets and followed him. The disciples, Jesus' earliest disciples. Brethren, I do not consider that I've made it my own, but on this one thing I do, this is Paul speaking, forgetting what lies behind. I strain forward to what lies ahead. I press on toward the goal of the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. Be thou my vision, God. O Lord of my heart, not be all else tell to me, save that thou art. That all wants you is really what that verse was saying. So, you let go of the old. You embrace the new. And the final piece there was to be a blessing to all. To be a blessing. And this is just a little side in the verse, which is pretty cool. You can see the verse, it reads down, just read the bright white word. It says, I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. It's within this verse also, almost as a side, is to say that God is on my side when I'm on God's side. You know, it's hard to ask God to bless something He can't bless. And I think that happens sometimes. When we sing the song, maybe God bless America. There can be things going on in the life of a nation, any small group, any church for that matter, things going on, and we're saying, God bless them. There's some things God can't bless, and it's right in His Word. It said things like justice and mercy and righteousness and truth and love and peace, and those are the things God blesses. But if I'm working contrary to those things, if I'm making decisions as a person, as a church, as a community, or whatever, hey, don't be bringing God into this. You're going immediately contrary to that. And so it's real important before we bring God's name into it. Every now and then you'll see something in a commercial or a political advertisement or whatever, and I'm thinking, man, they're slinging the Lord's name around pretty freely there. Something ain't right about that. And so we have to think about that. But God is on my side because I'm on God's side. The Lord is my light and my salvation. And whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? That's just a little nugget, a little extra within this verse. But we get back to the main point, and that you're blessed to be a blessing. He's in there so you can be a part of making it better. And you say, what's it? Well, what do you do? It's making work better, making my class better, making my team better, making my family better. It's a salt and light. Doesn't matter who you are. It's salt and light. You're impacting that room. You're infusing the Spirit, the love of Christ in whatever room you walk in. I mean, we make things better. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. But now look at these bright words in this little passage we read. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. It doesn't matter who it is. It's because of who you are. Because you've let go of the past. You've embraced the new. You're walking with God. Amen. You are going to be a blessing when you walk into the room. You can't help it. You know, we talk about the viral thing that's going on right now. And people, where were they exposed? You know, how did they catch it? In a way, this is the best of viral. This is viral in a good way. It's because Christ lives in you, in your hope of glory. And it doesn't matter where you go, as you impact the people around. You're blessed to be a blessing, so you be a blessing in all. You're salt of the earth, light of the world. Let us consider that. Think about what we're about. Let's consider how to encourage one another. So that translates to inspire, to stir up, to provoke, or call forth one another to love and good deeds. Maybe that's good news to the room. The kind of person who comes in with that attitude into their work situation with their employees. Man, if they're coming in thinking, I'm going to provoke my workers to love and good deeds. Yes, you go through the love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's love, what it looks like. That's what we're about. I mean, we're going to be good news. We're going to be a blessing wherever we go. True, honorable, just, pure, lovely, gracious, excellent, worthy of praise. That's who we are. Hey, we walked in a room and the room just got better. The stock just went up in that enterprise, whatever it was, because this person makes it better. You've seen it before. There are people who will be a part of an organization. They walk in, and it may be a coach, maybe a player with a great attitude, but I mean the whole team plays different when that player's in the game. Actually, who did it? Stephen Westbrook? Is that the guy? Golden State Warriors. He was injured early in the game. It's like, golly, I don't know how many games. They play about 900 games a year in basketball. But anyway, he was out for almost the whole season. And we're talking about, they went from the penthouse to the outhouse when that one player wasn't playing. And Dad's come back and they said, do you think they can turn it around in just a little bit of time? And he may be, but that kind of person, that's who we are. We're good news to good folks. But you know what? We're bad news to bad folks. Because if you're going to stand up for the right thing in a room where they're doing the wrong thing, they don't want you. You're going to be attacked. Actually, in the Beatitudes, Jesus goes down after all the blessed and poor, pure in heart, poor in spirit, and all those kind of things. He comes down. Blessed are you who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Persecuted for my name's sake is another way he puts it in there. When's the last time we got persecuted for doing the right thing? How many times have you buckled in the name of just not making a fuss? You know, when you get this piece, the Abram template, you get this thing going, is there going to be points where you're going to be, you know, in a collision course with the culture around you, when people are making fun of somebody that's making fun of a group, and you stand up and say, guys, this is right. This is right. It takes courage, sure, it takes courage. But you know what? The Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is a stronghold of my life. But whom shall I fear? That you can't touch me. You can't touch me because I'm on the side of the right thing. Wow. His truth is marching on, folks, and it's going to march on with you or without you. With me or without me. It's just in the book. And so for me to stand on the right side, that becomes a part of that. I'm going to let go of the old stuff. I'm going to embrace this new thing that God's calling me to. You know, and then I'm going to trust it. It's just going to happen. If I do those first two things, I'm going to be a blessing. I'm going to be a part of the solution. There's a youth song that we used to sing. Whose side are you leaning on? It was very pretty too. And you can sing with it because like this. Really listen to my family before you start singing along because you don't know it yet. But it goes like this. Whose side are you leaning on? And you would say, leaning on the Lord's side. I said, whose side are you leaning on? Leaning on the Lord's side. And you go, I lean, leaning on the Lord's side. It's a pretty neat. I don't even want to sing it. I'm afraid we might have some things go out of joint if we went lean too fast. You know what I mean? Afraid to have the EMTs coming in. You know, this is a reading I read for you before. This is one of my go-tos when I'm not quite sure what I need to do when it's time for me to be a part. Are you a born writer? Were you put on earth to be a painter, a scientist, an apostle of peace? In the end, the question can only be answered by action. Do it or don't do it. It may help to think of it this way. If you were meant to cure cancer, or write a symphony, or crack cold fusion, and you don't do it, you not only hurt yourself, even destroy yourself, you hurt your children. You hurt me. You hurt the planet. You shame the angels who watch over you, and you spite the Almighty who created you, and only you, with your unique gifts, for the sole purpose of nudging the human race 1 millimeter further along its path back to God. Creative work is not a selfish act or a bid for attention on the part of the actor. It's the gift. It's a gift to the world and every being in it. Don't cheat us of your contribution. Give us what you got. I love that. Stephen Pressfield, the War of God, just resonates with how many times do we kind of hang out? We go follow the path of least resistance. I just go along to get along. And we miss the plutonium that could change the whole world that we're going. Abram, a template of faith we talk about, to let go of the old, embrace the new, be a blessing to all. There's one more little aside. Abram started when he was 75. He started when he was 75. The baby was not born until he was 99. Ain't that crazy? It's amazing. He started by faith, Abram, when he was called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, he obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. And so from this one man, and he as good as dead, that's talking about how old he was, he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as countless as the sand on the seashore. A reminder, folks, that it's not too late. It's never too late to start. I invite the team to come down. They're going to lead us in a little time to think about maybe some of the many words that I've put before you today, and maybe where you are with that. There's a call on every heart in you. Every single one of us. We got something we need to do to take it to the next right step. I just open these altars up. Maybe there's something you want to pray about. Bring down, Lord, this is something I know I'm going to need to do. And today, I'm going to step into that. Maybe you light a candle. It's just an act of faith, Lord. This is my moment. I've messed around, been lying by the pool too long. It's another song that I wrote at one point. But it's time for me to rise, take up my pallet, and bring what I've got to God's world, because the Lord knows the world needs it. I invite you to take this little piece of holy time. It's between you and Jesus.
the power and the love and the Spirit of Christ. Amen.